Hey, what's up boys and girls? This is Like It's 1985. This is my review of the San Diego Comic-Con 2012 Transformers Prime Terrorcon Cliffjumper. And here is the box for this particular figure. Really nice. This is the front. Here's a look at the top of the box and a look at the bottom of the box. On one side it has the words Rust in Peace, and on the other side it has a bio for Terrorcon Cliffjumper. On the back here you get a look at the figure in robot mode as well as in vehicle mode. And inside, when you open up the box, of course you get the instructions. These are actually customized for Terrorcon and Cliffjumper. And when you take out the inner packaging, you will find a really cool display piece right here. And this is really nice. And you can see it's a head of Cliffjumper. Now what I've seen other people do in reviews is they take the box here, put the head up here, and what you got is a sort of a bust, if you will, of Cliffjumper. So you got the head and the torso here. So you can display the packaging like that. So there is that. But looking at the actual inner packaging, which is really cool, it's got a battle damaged eye here. It's got some, scuff marks or paint to represent scuff marks or battle damage here. So really nice. And on the back, you actually have the figure in package. And you can actually put the figure back in here once you're done displaying it, or in my case, when I'm done reviewing this, I'll put it back in packaging most likely and have this as a nifty little display. So really cool. So we can go ahead and open up this here. And let's see, we've got this. And it looks like the figure should just, there's a little inner tray here. And I will go ahead and get this figure out of the inner tray. So I wanted to show you the actual head packaging here with some light behind the mask. And you can see the eyes and the mouth are actually comprised of a translucent purple plastic. So with some light behind there, it gives a really nice effect. Okay, so let's have a look at the vehicle mode. Now the vehicle mode here does have some graphics along the side here. You can see on the passenger side, on the hood, on the driver's side, as well as on the rear deck lid here. Now these two graphics here are unique because, as you can see, they're outlined in graphics, but what they've done is they've actually exposed the translucent purple plastic beneath the paint, and that's really fantastic that Hasbro has done that for their design. I really like that effect, and of course that's going to play a part for robot mode as well, because this will form the chest of Cliffjumper's robot mode. You can see there's a graphic of a shattered windshield here, and the overall color of the front, rear, and side windows is a dark purple translucent plastic. Really nice. And let's have a look at a comparison with the first edition Cliffjumper on the left here. As you can see, obviously the graphics are not present on the first edition. There is a color difference between the first edition here and the Comic-Con exclusive edition on the right. I would say the Terrorcon Cliffjumper here is a darker shade of red. Not too much different, but you can see the difference there. Another difference as well is the wheels on the Comic-Con Cliffjumper are not painted, whereas they are painted with silver on the first edition. And that really is the major differences between the two. They share the exact same transformation. So looking at the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Cliffjumper here in robot mode, one of the first things to note is the head sculpt, and you can see how his right horn has been sheared off. That is really cool. You can also see some damage to the right side of his face, which is really nice. And of course you got the unique design here on the chest, which of course was the roof of the vehicle mode, and just a really nice figure. And just a side-by-side visual comparison between the first edition and the Comic-Con exclusive. And The articulation is the exact same, so going through it quickly, the head is on a ball joint, shoulders on a ball joint, swivel at the bicep, bend at the elbow. You do have articulation at the wrist, swivel. There really is no waist articulation. Legs can go forward, back, out the side, which is on a ball joint, and you have a bend at the knee, and that is really all you have for articulation for this figure. So pretty cool. You can see there's the design back here, which was the hood for vehicle mode. And of course, since this is the first edition Cliffjumper mold, you can still interchange the hands for the Gatling guns, which is always nice. So you do have that on both arms. So that's pretty cool. This figure does come with two unique accessories. First, you have this Energon effect part. You can see it has like a little peg here. Not sure exactly where this is supposed to go on the figure. There are no indications in the directions, but I'm guessing maybe it's supposed to be like the energy or energon is supposed to be coming out of the chest, so maybe you could somehow peg that in there. And then you also have this energon shard, which is pretty big. It's about the length of my pinky here. So you do have these two unique accessories for this figure. Now, if you want to, you can actually split this figure in half, sort of recreating the scene from the first episode of Transformers Prime. There's actually a joint right here. It allows for rotation during the transformation. Now, what you can do is you can pop out the bottom half. You can see there's this joint here. It slides in there into the waist. And you can, like I said, recreate a scene where poor Cliffjumper gets cut in half. So there is that feature as well, if you want to call it a feature. So final thoughts on this figure. I give this figure 2 thumbs up. It's a very, very nice figure, especially the way that Hasbro packaged this exclusively for the 2012 Comic-Con. So fantastic job on Hasbro's part for packaging. And I would dare say that one of the main reasons to get this figure is for the packaging. I won't lie about that. That's one of the reasons why I decided to get the 2012 Terrorcon Cliffjumper figure. Now, the other reason is I do like the actual first edition Cliffjumper mold upon which all 3 of these figures are based upon. So we have the first edition, then we have the Arms Micron Terrorcon Cliffjumper, and finally the Terrorcon Cliffjumper from the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive that we reviewed today. So in my book, I love the mold. Whatever they make out of this particular figure, out of this particular mold, I will probably buy. So definitely 2 thumbs up. If you want to get it, it's going to be probably pretty pricey. Originally at the actual con, it sold for $27, and it soon sold out at the con as well as at HasbroToyShop.com. So your best bet, unfortunately, is going to be eBay, which means you're going to pay a higher price, which is what I had to do. I paid probably around $45 for this figure as opposed to the $27 that it originally retailed for. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.